Hola, good people, coming to you today. You have to pardon me if there's some movement. I'm in the car, but this was just on my mind, and I figured I'd talk about it while it's fresh on my mind. So today I just wanted to talk about procrastination and your anxiety. So we all know that there's that anxiety that you have that seems to come out of absolutely nowhere for no good reason. Okay, so we're not talking about that type of anxiety today. We're talking about the type of anxiety that you actually create for yourself. And that is usually due to procrastination, avoiding something, putting something off. So a lot of times we get in our minds that there is something that needs to be done, and we avoid doing it, because it just seems like it's not going to be fun, or it's not going to be something that's enjoyable. Most of the time, people are moved to do things for two reasons: to gain pleasure or to avoid pain. So when you're procrastinating on something, you're doing one of those two things. You think that you're not going to gain pleasure from it, or you think by not doing it you are avoiding pain. Now, that's actually the opposite. So let's say I have friends of mine who say, you know what, I work well under pressure. I don't think that it's you work well under pressure. I think that once you wait until the absolute last minute to do something, you are forced to do it. You then have no other recourse. You have no time to make excuses, and you must do it. So because you can't will yourself to do it, or you can't reason in your mind to do it at a reasonable time, when you wait until the last minute, time forces you to do it. So I don't think that most people work well under pressure. I think that the pressure is the determining factor and the thing that actually makes them have to do it. So let's say you procrastinate on something. So let's say something as simple as, I don't know, you need to get something ready for someone who's coming over to pick it up, and you just don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like, putting it together. You don't feel like cooking. You don't feel like making that sandwich, whatever it is. So you put it off because you figure putting it off will be more pleasurable than actually doing it. So what happens? You put it off, you don't do it, and you figure, you know what, I'm just going to chill. I'm going to lay down, or I'm just going to kick my feet up, and I'm not going to fix this sandwich. I'm going to wait till the absolute last minute, and when they come, then I'll throw it together real quick. Well, during that time where you don't do what you're supposed to do, and of course there's someone right here with a loud leaf blower. Let me put my window up. But in the time that you actually don't do what you're supposed to do, and you figure, you know what, I'm just going to chill and I'm just going to rest. Can you actually rest? During that time when you're trying to kick your feet up and relax, you just keep spinning over in your head that you have to do it, or you keep looking at your clock, your watch, and you're just like, okay, I got 17 more minutes to chill, or, it weighs on you. And it creates anxiety while you're sitting there in the moment where you should be relaxing. So what should you have done? You should have just got up, made the sandwich, did what you had to do, prepare whatever it needs to do, and get it over with, and then relax and actually relax. You have then eliminated the anxiety that you've caused for yourself trying to give yourself more pleasure and avoid pain. You've created more pain for yourself. So just think about that when you're procrastinating on things. Are you really avoiding pain? Are you really gaining pleasure by procrastinating? You're not. You're actually robbing yourself of the time that you actually have to actually relax if you had gotten it done. When you get it done, you don't have to worry about somebody calling and say, hey, did you do it? Or your mom coming in the room and say, hey, did you take out the trash? Or your boss hovering over your desk and like, did you do that report? Just get it done. Get it out of the way. That's actually the most pleasurable thing that you can do, is to just do it. Do it and get it over with. And when it's over with, that's when you can actually have an anxiety-free, actual relaxation time. Not a time that you claim that you're relaxing when you're actually sitting worrying about what you didn't get done. So let's just think about that when it comes to anxiety. We already have enough to deal with on an everyday basis that creates anxiety, things that we can't control. Let's try to control the things that we can control. Let's try to reduce anxiety in ways that we actually can reduce it. And one of the biggest ways in your life that anxiety is created is by you avoiding things that you must do. So that was just a thought on my mind. Hopefully it helps you. You know, in life, there's things that we have to do, things that we must do regardless of whether we feel like it or not. And if we get more in the habit of not relying on how we feel to determine what we need to do, but to just think of what needs to be done and do it, things will go a whole lot better. My cameraman is crazy. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So this is a little gem I'm going to drop on you guys today. Anything that you resist persists. That thing that you're trying to avoid doing is just going to sit and nag on you until it's done. Just get it done, get it over with, and then actually relax. Let that melt on your mind. Thank you for coming to see me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Of course, you see me out here enjoying my lovely sunshine. You are good people. Have a good life.